So, like many others, I am at home from work because I fall under the vulnerable adult list that was released yesterday. And it's all a bit bizarre, really, very surreal. I was only saying to my friend earlier that, like, if you are out and about, there's such a weird atmosphere, and it's almost like there's an invisible enemy roaming the street. Like, you're aware that there is something out there that's quite dangerous, but because you can't see it, it feels a little bit weird. And normally I don't struggle with weird, and people that know me will testify to that. But it's definitely a very odd sensation being out and about in public. So I am stuck at home, really. I am trying to work things out with my workplace to try and, well, at least be slightly helpful, because it's very odd being at home, not being on leave, so you haven't booked anything nice to do with family or friends. But you don't feel poorly either. So, yeah, it's almost like you feel a little bit lost. So, it's difficult not to then start having a mooch around social media, which is always dangerous in itself, isn't it, really? But I got a message from a former colleague who I definitely would class as a friend, who has done the most amazing thing. And I shared the story on my Facebook today, where my lovely Nan, who unfortunately is no longer with us, was absolutely in love with the Vulcan airplane. To the point that when we used to go to air shows down here in the southwest, and RAF St Morgan and Coldrose, anytime the Vulcan was up on doing her display, my Nan's face was always like she was watching the most amazing thing ever. So she had a real passion for this plane. And of course, when you're around somebody you love that displays that type of passion, you can't help but be taken in by it. So I sort of continued on with that passion myself, since obviously she's not with us anymore. And they've released on their website the opportunity for people to have their name inscribed under the wing of the Vulcan in commemoration of the May 2020 anniversary. And my friend has applied for that on my behalf, to put my name on the wing, because I'd obviously posted yesterday that I'm gutted that I can't be in work with my team, who are an absolutely fabulous bunch, and I feel, I suppose my therapist, non-existent, would kill me for saying, but can't help but feel like I'm letting these people down, that I'm normally with them every day, and I've kind of feel like I've left them high and dry a little bit. I mean, they have lots of support around them, but you can't help but feel a bit responsible that you're not in there. So I just thought this the most amazing thing to have done, completely unprovoked. And I kind of do believe in this pay it forward mentality. It was only this morning I had to pop to the shop. I had no choice. I had some essentials. I have a teenage daughter, and Mother Nature is being cruel enough as it is at the moment, but decided to give her a nice cruel blow this morning. So I definitely had to go to the shop. And there was a lady in there in front of me who couldn't find her cards. And she looked really almost grey with worry that she couldn't find any of her bank cards. She didn't have any cash on her. So she asked if she could just park the shop into one side by the checkout operator and go and check her car to see if the cards had fallen out. And so whilst we're waiting, and obviously the checkout operator had to then call for the manager to come and sort of wipe her transaction off the tills so that the rest of us could come through and pay for our shopping. And I just thought, you know what, the lady, I could see on the belt when I was waiting that there were nappies, baby wipes, things like that. And I thought, stuff it. If we can't do something nice in this current climate that we're in for other people, then, it's a poor show, I think. But So I said to the till operator, so I said, I'll pay for it. I'll pay for her shopping. So I paid for her shopping and then paid for I only had a couple of bits anyway. I went out to the car park to try and find her. I thought, oh, I wonder actually what if she's actually just gone and I've got her. I've paid for it. I'll keep it, I suppose. But it sort of defeated the purpose of why I did it. Anyway, I spotted her coming along in her car and flagged her down. She wound the window down. I said to her, "Oh, here's your shopping." She said, "Oh, I don't. How's that worked? How's that work?" And I said, "Look, I've paid for it, so don't worry. Just take it." And off you go. And she said, "Oh, no. Can you give me your address?" I said, No. Don't do it for that. Did it just to help somebody out in this time that we're in at the moment. So all I can say is, if you get the opportunity to do something like that for someone else, do it like that. So I do believe in this pay it forward mentality. And I think I would urge everybody to give it a go. It's something little could just make the whole world a difference at the moment with all of this uncertainty and worry about health and loved ones and pets. We can't rule them out either because they need to be fed and looked after at the same time. Although I have a cat, she tends to look after herself. This is so far the experience of my day one of forced isolation, encouraged isolation. Call it what you want. To kind of feel a little bit reassured that there are decent human folks around. But I will share with you a never before joy is eating a packet of crisps and then about 15 minutes after looking down at your hoodie and seeing that there was one that must have fallen. So I don't know how this is going to go, if it's going to be 13 weeks, if I'm excited about the fact that I found a crisp that I dropped. Who knows? But anyway, I might start this as a blog and stick it on YouTube just to, I don't know, speak to someone in the world. That's sad. Just to, touch in with humanity and share how things feel each day. But get in touch if you feel like it. Until then, take care, everyone. Bye-bye.